Ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about how you as a federal employee can ensure that your spouse is going to be able to stay on your health insurance now in retirement for the rest of their life, and that even if you're not around, they can still have the health insurance they need to have a great retirement. So if you're new here, welcome. So good to have you. My name is Dallin Haas. I'm a financial planner and CFP who works with federal employees every day. And I absolutely love it. So this content is actually based on a question I received from one of you guys, one of the viewers that submitted it. And there's a link in the description. I get tons of questions all the time. I can't answer all of them, but I try to grab the good ones that I think are going to apply to the most people. So the question is that I received for this one is, after watching your video on FEHB, my question is, does my spouse, who is not a federal employee, need to be on my FEHB for 5 years in order to have her to have FEHB when I retire? This is a great question, and many of you are married, and many of you probably have the same question, is does my spouse need to be covered under my FEHB for 5 years before I retire? Now, for some context here, the reason the 5-year question is coming up is, if you didn't know already, for you to keep your health insurance into retirement as the federal employee, for you to keep it, you've got to be covered under FEHB for the 5 years before you retire. So for whatever reason, if you jumped off for FEHB to, let's say, jump on a spouse's non-federal, non-FEHB plan or whatever it is, that's a problem. Okay, that's a big problem, because you've got to be covered for the 5 years before you retire by FEHB. Now, if you left the government and you had a gap in service, as long as you were covered under FEHB, anytime you were an active federal employee, then you'll be fine. You'll be covered under the 5 years, okay? So that is the requirement. You have to be covered under the 5 years before you retire. So this federal employee is saying, hey, what about my spouse? Do they have to make sure they're on my FEHB so that when I do retire, they can still stay on it in retirement? And the short answer is no. For your spouse, it doesn't matter near as much. There's no 5-year rule. They don't have to be covered up for the 5 years before you retire. Just like when you're working, as you know, you have the option to do a self-only plan, self+1, family plan. You have those options to switch between those basically any time, to drop your spouse, to put your spouse back on, to drop this kid, put him back, whatever, right? You have that option while you're working. And in retirement, you actually have that same option. You can jump around. And many of you may have spouses that have good jobs, that have health insurance with a private employer, and that's totally fine. They can jump on and off of your plan at any time. That's not a big deal, okay? However, if you want them to stay on your FEHB, if you aren't around, if you've died, if you passed away and you want them to be on your plan still, that doesn't just happen. You have to elect a survivor benefit when you retire. And again, this is on your retirement application. That's when the election is made. I've got other videos that go into the options and go more into depth. But long story short, you've got to pay a piece of your pension while you're both alive, so that if something happened to you, your spouse can keep a piece of your pension. And because they have a piece of your pension after you die, they're then able to stay on your FEHB. If you don't elect a survivor benefit, they can no longer stay on your FEHB once you've passed. While you're both alive, no problem. They can stay on your FEHB. They can jump on and off, not a big deal. But after you die, if they want to be on your FEHB, you have to have elected a survivor benefit. So that's the key things to know, is that no, your spouse does not have to be covered 5 years before you retire. They can jump basically on and off whenever, depending on what makes sense. But if you want them to keep it past your lifetime, right? If you want to make sure they can be on FEHB for the rest of their life as well, elect a survivor benefit. Go check out my videos on that if you want more info. But I hope that is helpful. If you have any questions you want us to debate, you want us to answer, there's a link below to do so. I hope that's helpful. That's my goal for all of these, to help you, get you the answers you need to retire confident. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time.